Well, here it is, guys, the moment I've been waiting for a long time. That is putting the engine and transmission in the fully painted engine bay for the final time, pending any problems. So, if you're not caught up, you should be. I have the engine fully prepped and painted and cleared and everything. It's good to go. Now I just have to do a little bit of work here and there. The little bits and pieces have to go back in, which I already started. I got some grommets on, you know, minor things off camera. Now I'm going to continue putting some of those small pieces back in, starting with the front brake lines that I pulled out the whole way because they run across the back of the engine, so I didn't want them there when I was painting. So I'm going to put those in, and then we'll work on getting the engine and transmission in there. I did get some transmission fluid, so I'm going to fill that up a while so I don't have to try to do that while it's under the car. Makes sense, right? I think I'm going to start by putting the brake booster back in after giving it a quick clean. Also, I need to get these hoses off the whole way because I got new ones that aren't old and ugly. Certainly not perfect, but that's much better. I'll get a better cleaning when it's actually installed. Goal is to not get brake fluid all over my brand new paint job. There we go. Lined up. Brake booster in. Solid. Got that one figured out. Now, the big boy. Freaking puzzle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that everything? Oh, I gotta cut these hoses off too. Pump is in. ABS pump is in. I was worried those lines were gonna be a pain, and while they were, I got it done. Probably should have done the clutch line first because that's up in there, but we'll worry about that in a little bit. Luckily, I haven't scratched anything yet or really like completely destroyed anything, so solid news there. I think we're ready to put the engine in, though I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'll put part of the steering shaft on. Better to fill this thing up with fluid now than later. Ooh. As far as I know, this thing's completely empty. I don't see why it wouldn't be empty. I'm actually going to run just a hair of fluid through it, just so there's some reminiscence in there I want to get rid of. Might as well sit down. Way full. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm an idiot. I didn't even think of that. Well, never mind. Drain this fluid back out. Well, I rescued a lot of it, so could have been worse. Meanwhile, I'm going to remove the factory mount for the BMW shifter. Pretty sure my T56 was hitting it when it was up in there because there are some rub marks on the area. So I'm going to drill out the spot mounts and just get it out of the way. Did I tell you this sucks? That is what needed to get going. Enough dilly-dallying around. Let's get this engine in there. Now on the driver's side, I took the motor mount arm off. I'm going to take it off on the passenger side too. I want the best chance of not scratching my paint. So I'm just going to take it off and put it back on when it's in the car because I am very worried that that's going to nick it and I'll be very, very upset. Frickin' put this on there. Now what I might do, and I'm going to try that now, is actually put the mount on the subframe first, just see if that's going to interfere as I'm loading the engine in. I don't think that's going to work. I think that's going to be in the way too much. I'll just wait completely. Whoops, a little too high. Now I'm putting the actual mount, this is a poly mount by the way, on the transmission because I found when I mounted it last time I couldn't get to these bolts with the actual brace installed. So I'll do this beforehand and I don't think it's gonna get in my way. Here's where I get super nervous. So far so good. Whew. Easy, girl. Easy, girl. That's what we're hung up on there. So close. Oil pan just has to clear the subframe. Problem is the engine's kind of sitting a little crooked. I'm not sure why. Oh, we made it past. We made it past the subframe, boys. Progress, progress.
2 hours later.
All right, I took a break because I was getting frustrated. Steering shaft is in, baby. That was a whole pain in and of itself. You can, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because it's a tight squeeze, but you can see it's in there, all bolted up. Nice. Sucker is solid. Happy with that. Now let's try to get these motor mounts in there. Ooh, it's probably gonna be difficult. The bolt is started. That was my main concern. The engine's decently close to the correct position right now, so that makes me happy. I thought it was still a good ways off, but holy crap, I got it. As we drop it low, girl. I think I'll leave them loose for now and move on to the transmission. Ah, crap. I'll tell you what, getting that transmission mount in there was probably the biggest pain of this so far, just because I'm laying on my back, I don't have much room, but it is in, and the fitment is great. There it is. 3 bolts on either side, and then you got the new poly mount in the middle. Headers looking great. I guess I didn't show you guys clearance from the back. Look at the clearance from back here. Just spectacular. Loving all of this so far. Now I just have to fully tighten up the engine mounts and then I can get this hoist out of here for the last time. Well, I'm covered in grease, dirt, and oil, but we are bolted in. Time to remove this hoist for the last time. Oh yes, get out of here, freaking hoist. Your services are no longer needed. There it is, boys. It is bolted 100% by itself. No help at all. Tranny fully bolted in, engine mounts fully bolted in, steering shaft in, ABS in, brake booster in. Now, let's go over some clearance things. Passenger side, plenty of clearance. Oh my goodness, absolutely great, fine, fantastic. Over here, brake booster, we have about, we got a 1/4 inch there, which is fine. That'll work just fine. ABS, good bit of clearance. The only spot is right there. That line is touching the header, but I have room to bend that line and route it a little differently, which I think I'm gonna do. But I mean, the way these headers are made, the headers are completely away from the brake lines, except for that one. Plus, I pushed it over that way a little bit. I think that's gonna work out just fine. I got a whole bunch more work to do, obviously, and I'm gonna keep grinding away. Probably not gonna film it, so we'll catch back up when I have some more work done. Camera's about to die anyway. Okay, got some more bits and pieces done. Some of the kind of the pain in the butt stuff they don't really want to watch. So I have the remote bleeder mounted here, just on this mount and the intake manifold bolt. So that's routed down in there. I have I've got the actual feed line running down there, across, back behind, and I have that fed into the car. That's good to go. Not hooked up to the slave cylinder yet because I didn't install that yet. I still need longer bolts. I have the throttle cable. That's all tightened up in there, ready to go. Now I'm just going to trim it. This is way too long, so next I'm going to trim this so it looks a little more like so. Now, push the cable back through. good, pretty OEM, pretty factory, right? Don't know if I'll secure it some other way, but that's honestly probably fine, like that. Now the only thing is, the piece that came with this, the piece that you attach, is too big for this hole. I'm gonna have to drill out this throttle body. I'll have to drill out this throttle body just a little bit. Not much, but does need drilled out. Ooh, nice. Perfect. Unsurprisingly, my camera died. So it's the next day. I didn't get the throttle finished up. Like I said, I had to drill out this because the hole that came with it was too small for whatever you want to call this piece that attaches to your throttle cable. So the throttle is done and connected. Feels good. Let me show you. So the throttle feels great. Throttle by cable, which I'm very happy with. I didn't want to mess with throttle by wire. Too many issues with that. This is simple. This is easy. Works well. Also got my other drain piece off of eBay. I had to get this used. And then one more thing I got. I got a new used battery hookup box thing. Piece that goes right here because mine was old and beat up. Because I had this mounted over here with my turbo setup, so I have more room. But now I'm going to put it back in the factory location. Just looks a little cleaner, in my opinion. You can see here's my factory one. This was broken off, so that was just kind of loose, and I don't have the strap on the back, so I just wanted it to look a little nicer. Do need some parts from it, like these nuts. Nice. Nice and OEM-like. That's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Got the engine finally installed fully. Engine, transmission, everything all nice and bolted up and tight. Throttle cable's done. That was kind of a bonus. I didn't think I was gonna have that done already, but throttle cable is done. Got a bunch of other little knickknacks finished up as well. Next up, I ordered a bunch of these clips because I still have the old ones, but a lot of them broke, unsurprisingly. So ordered up a bunch of those so I could put the covers and everything back together in the engine bay. So I get to working on that in the next video, as well as I ordered all of the accessories that I need for the front end. I got water pump, alternator, power steering, all the bracketry, all the bolts, the tensioner, all that. So that's gonna be going on in the next video, along with just little other knick-knack things. Each video I'm gonna do like the major things, like this time was getting the engine back in, but then I'm gonna follow up with doing all the little things that go along with it too. A lot of stuff's going to happen off camera because not everyone wants to see the kind of boring behind the scenes stuff. And I forgot to say, I did get the struts back up in place. They're no longer dangling. They're sitting up where they should be. With that being said, thanks for watching, guys. If you guys have any suggestions, comments, or tips, those who have done LS1 E36 swaps or something similar, let me know because this is totally new to me. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.